Yes, thank you, Bernard. Good evening, everyone. Well, it must be said the weather in Dundalk this evening is as grim as the mood surrounding the town's pre-eminent football club. Relegation just 5 years after their 5th league title in 6 seasons, confirmed last week. And unfortunately for them, they've made as many headlines off the field as they have on it in recent weeks. But none of that will concern Shamrock Rovers. Shelbourne's win over Drogheda United on Friday has brought unvarnished clarity to the task facing the 5 in a row chasing champions tonight. If they beat their hosts at Oriel Park, they will take the title race down to the final day. Anything other than 3 points, they surrender that League of Ireland crown they've held on to so tightly to Damien Duff's resilient team. Bernard O'Neill in this Rovers midfield, and is Byrne looking for a little ball over the top. Well, there was a collision there just as Mandrea was trying to get on the end of it.
I think he'd like to earn it as soon as possible.
Well, a Rovers win, and it sets up that grandstand finale in 5 days. Here come Dundalk though. That's not a bad ball across, and it just wanted to run for them. Old Kenny arrived on the scene, and it went through his legs, I think. Back inside by Sean Keogh. And just a little warning for Shamrock Rovers that they're not going to have it all their own way this evening.
As you say, Dave, Horgan does really well, gets to the byline. So it's Horgan who plays the ball over the top, little bit of backspin, keeps it on the pitch. Once it gets fired.
Ball lifted into the area by Horgan. Whole cluster of players beneath the ball as it drop breaks out to Dervin. Oh, that's a really clever ball. Didn't really attack it, Robbie Mahan. Ball is still alive, lifted in by Horgan again. The ball darting around that penalty area, and a snapshot coming in from Mountney, who had his head in his hands. He feels at the very least he should have hit the target, as does his manager, John Daly.
I feel a lot of the Dundalk fans are starting to feel like I am. There might be something here for them. Bit of pinball in the box, drops out to Mountney. Shamrock Rovers defender manages to get in the way, gets a little deflection on it, goes behind for a corner kick, but it's not convincing defender from Rovers.
So it'll be an in-swinger from Darrell Horgan. Ball breaks back out. Oh, that's off the bar! How close to crossing the line was that? Somehow Shamrock Rovers have survived. I think it was Hickey that finally pulled the trigger on it. Mahan was there as well. Dundalk will feel, after those 2 opportunities that have come and gone, that they should be in front. So well struck from Jan Hakiki.
It's a brilliant strike from Hakiki, brilliant technical ability. Crashes off the crossbar. I don't think there's anybody saying it went over the line. No, it didn't. Good call from the linesman and the referee.
Nice drop of the left shoulder from Hideki, and a little ball over the top for Robbie Mahan. Horgan wants the ball delivered into the area. Mahan digs the ball out. It's just beyond Horgan. He didn't quite get there on time. Keeping it alive is Dervin, and in the end it ends up in a Shamrock Rovers goal kick. But that was a flowing move down that left-hand side by Dundalk.
Brilliant football from Dundalk. Keogh gets Mahan in behind. It's a lovely ball. Mahan's first touch is good. Gets it out in front of him. He's looking for Horgan. You see him looking across the 18-yard box. Horgan stifles his run, goes towards the front post. The ball gets fired across the 6-yard box. Unlucky.
Little ball forward towards Old Kenny. Oh, there's some space here and a chance for Mahan, perhaps for Dundalk. Right at the end of this first half, big save! Huge right hand from Leon Poles. And that literally is the last play of the opening 45 minutes. Robbie Mahan so close to opening the scoring with a really well struck effort, having been picked out by a wonderful ball. He knew the tackle was coming from Cleary, and a strong right arm from Leon Poles keeps Dundalk out. They've been the better team, they've had the better chances, but there have been no goals. Full half-time rather here at Oriel Park. It is Dundalk 0, Shamrock Rovers 0. They will have to start taking some chances as this second half unfolds, Shamrock Rovers. No foul on Dervin there, and a chance maybe. Immediately the ball is cut back. Oh, what a miss! What an opportunity for Johnny Kenny, put on a plate for him by Graham Burke, and he somehow contrived to put it the other side of the post.
That's a really poor miss. Head in hands from Kenny. It's the goal that he's mercy. Graham Burke does wonderfully well. As soon as he gets in behind, you're half expecting him to take the shot on. He doesn't. Pulls it back for Kenny. Can't get the portraits required. Big chance gone begging.
So it'll be Byrne again. All the way to the edge of that 6-yard box. Back in by Cleary. It'll break out to Burke once more. Floats one across. And all the way out to Watts, who strikes it well! Dylan Watts finds the bottom corner! The moment Shamrock Rovers and their supporters have been waiting for. Delivered 3 minutes before the hour mark by Dylan Watts, who caught that sweetly from the right side of the penalty area. His 5th goal of the season and potentially his most important.
It's a brilliant hit from Watts. The edge of the box does really well to keep it down. So often we've seen players just trash at it. It goes flying over the bar. His technique is perfect. I think there's a slight deflection as well. Maybe takes a past Monroe. Shamrock Rovers have been a lot better in this second half. Asked a lot more questions defensively at Dundalk. This will be a brilliant view here as it comes out to Watts, does well, gets his knee over the ball, keeps it down, finds the back of the net. Huge goal for Shamrock Rovers.
By Horgan. And the header towards goal is beaten away. I think might have ended up being an own goal. Leon Poles diving sharply to his left. Shells have shown real steel, real metal in the manner in which they bounced back from that terrible run by winning each of their last 2 games. They may be forced to win one final game. There's another good ball across, and just getting underneath the header was Aaron Green. Maybe jumped a bit too early.
I think he should score, Dave. A man of his talent, free header. I think he just missed times to leap, but it's a brilliant controlled cross in from Darragh Burns on the half volley. Just controls it in there. Aaron Green makes a real mess of the header. Expect more from him.
Watts. His goal separates the teams for now. Farrugia digs it out. Back to Watts. What a stop. Fantastic reaction save from Ross Monroe. Dylan Watts can't believe he hasn't got a second.
It's wonderful play. Dylan Watts knows exactly what he's doing. Just lends the ball on the outside to Farrugia. Meanders his way into the 18-yard box, knowing full well Farrugia will pull it back for him. When the cutback arrives, he's there. He just lends it now to Farrugia. Farrugia gets his head up, pulls it back. It's a good save.
He could have a hat-trick already in this game, Dylan Watts. All those chances coming in the second half. So Leon Poles with potentially the final kick of the game. And indeed it is. And the Rovers fans at Oriel Park stand to acclaim their team, who have managed to dig it out in Dundalk on a really awkward evening, one that could have become very difficult indeed against a stiff challenge presented by Dundalk. John Daly's side certainly gave him the performance he was looking for before the game. And in the end, it was a single solitary strike that separated the 2 teams. And it was one of real quality as well from Dylan Watts. And it is that goal that has given Rovers the 3 points they came for. And it all comes down to next Friday night. Full time at Oriel Park. It's finished Dundalk 0, Shamrock Rovers 1.